Today we are going to see a new topic called atrial fibrillation. It is a heart condition that causes episodes of irregular and often abnormal fast heart rate. Normally, the heart rate in this condition will be more than 140 beats per minute. There are different types of atrial fibrillation. First one is paroxysmal atrial fibrillation. It comes and goes and subsides within 48 hours without any treatment. Second one is persistent atrial fibrillation. It lasts for more than 1 week. Third one is long-lasting persistent atrial fibrillation or permanent atrial fibrillation. It lasts for more than 1 year. What happens to the heart during atrial fibrillation? The upper chamber of the heart atria will contract randomly and sometimes very fast so that the heart muscles will not get enough time to relax between contractions. In atrial fibrillation, abnormal electric impulses suddenly start firing the atria. These abnormal electric impulses will override the heart's normal pacemaker, which no longer able to control the rhythm of the heart. As a result, we can feel irregular pulse rate. Next, let us see the symptoms of atrial fibrillation. In many persons, the symptoms will be asymptomatic. The obvious symptoms is fast and irregular heartbeat. Other symptoms include tiredness, dizziness, breathlessness, and chest pain. Atrial fibrillation will affect the performance and efficiency of the heart. As a result, in low blood pressure as well as heart failure. Next, let us see the causes of atrial fibrillation. Exact cause of atrial fibrillation is unknown. The persons with heart conditions are at more risk, like high blood pressure, atherosclerosis, heart valve diseases, congenital heart diseases, then cardiac myopathy, etc. Then it is also associated with other health problems like hyperthyroidism, pneumonia, asthma, COPD, diabetes, then pulmonary embolism as well as carbon monoxide poisoning. What are the triggering factors of atrial fibrillation? Excessive intake of alcohol, overweight, smoking, use of excessive caffeine drinks as well as use of illegal drugs. Next, let us see how to diagnose this atrial fibrillation. So in assessment we will be assessing the pulse and you can see irregular pulse rate. Then ECG is taken. ECG will reveal absence of P wave as well as irregular ventricular rate. It is evidenced by irregular interval between QRS complex. Then echocardiogram is done to find out if any health problems related to heart exist. Then chest X-ray is done to rule out if any lung disease exists. Other than this, blood investigation are also done to find out any underlying cause that leads to atrial fibrillation like anemia as well as problems related to kidney and hyperthyroidism. Then next let us see how we can treat atrial fibrillation. The treatment of atrial fibrillation varies from person to person. It depends upon type of atrial fibrillation. It depends upon the symptoms, underlying cause, age, as well as overall health of the person. If the underlying cause persists, treatment is given to cure that particular disease condition. Example, medications to cure hyperthyroidism. If no any underlying cause is found, the line of treatment options include: first one is medications to control the atrial fibrillation, second one medication to reduce the risk of stroke, third one is cardioversion, then catheter ablation and pacemaker. Drugs that is used to treat atrial fibrillation include antiarrhythmic drugs. Drugs are also given to control the rhythm of the heart, especially beta blockers, aminodarone. Then drugs are also used to maintain the rate of heartbeat. It includes beta blockers and calcium channel blockers. The main aim is to maintain the heartbeat at a rate of 90 beats per minute. As well as drugs used to reduce the risk of stroke include warfarin and aspirin. Next, cardioversion. It is a controlled electric shock given to the heart to restore the normal heart rhythm. Here, the risk factor is clot formation. So, especially in those persons who had atrial fibrillation for more than 2 days. In this case, before doing the procedure, we will be administering the drug warfarin for 3 to 4 weeks before the procedure as well as till 4 weeks after the procedure to reduce the risk of blood clot. Next procedure is catheter ablation. In this procedure, the diseased tissue of the heart is destroyed as well as abnormal electric circuit is interrupted. A high frequency radioactive wave generating the heat is transmitted through one of the catheter to the affected tissue to destroy them. It is a 2 to 3 hour procedure which is done under general anesthesia. Next is pacemaker. It is an electric battery operated device which is implanted below the collarbone. Pacemaker will normally help to prevent the slowing of heart rate. In atrial fibrillation, pacemaker will help the heart to beat regularly. The complications of atrial fibrillation include stroke and heart failure. Hope you are clear with this topic. I will be soon back with another topic. I would like to thank all the subscribers as well as who have viewed my previous videos. Please subscribe my channel as well as click the like button if you like this topic. Thank you.